So you guys are tired of magenta lines and press and go. Well, this video is for you. This is the beautiful PMDG DC-6 for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. And yes, I've deleted my WASM folder to make this video for you. This is going to be a cold and dark startup the way I start up the DC-6 in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. And I hope this gets you up and running as well. It's not the 100% real world way to do it. This is the way I do it. Hope this helps you guys out. Leave a comment down below and feel free to join the Discord or use any discount codes down below as well. All right, guys, let's get into the flight deck. Okay, welcome to the DC-6 flight deck. It's very, very intimidating to look at. However, it looks like this because there's 4 of everything. 4 magnetos, 4 feathering of the props, 4 generator switches, 4 fuel quantities. So just know that's a big 172 with quadruple the gauges. We're going to go ahead and make this simpler for you, though. Alrighty, well, the first thing you're going to want to make sure is that your ground power is all connected. So you come over to the tablet, you just want to make sure ground power is connected. That is on the ramp manager section. With that being done, you'll navigate up to the overhead panel, and that's where you're going to find your electrical switches here for plane battery and battery ground power. You're going to go ahead and select your battery and ground power on, and your plane battery to ground power. Now we're running off ground power. Once you've gotten your battery on, we're going to come over here to the left-hand side and select our navigation lights to steady, no smoking sign on, and if you're about to push or get ready to go right away, you can throw the seatbelt sign on as well. Next, we'll come over to this section just above the engine starters. You'll have the inverters. We'll select them both on. You can use that little rocker switch, or you can just simply select each one. Next, the engine to normal here. Next, you can come down to your avionics section, and because we're running off ground power, we can go ahead and select these on. So you'll select the ADF on by just simply scrolling the brightness, the Garmin by scrolling the brightness, and your secondary radio and navigation radio by scrolling the brightness. On the GPS, we'll press enter, enter. That's going to go through its initialization phase. While we're here, just above it, our cowl flaps can be set to the 3 position. Again, I don't know if this is the correct position, but I find it works quite well for all ground and takeoff operations for the most part in the sim. One thing you want to make sure that is if you're running with realistic everything, all these circuit breakers at the back of your flight deck are all in the up position. Some are in the down position like these 2 here, but you're unable to click these. Next, moving forward, just in front of the throttles, you're going to go ahead and select your fuel selectors here to the main tank position, which is all the way forward. You can see it says main tank. The middle position will be aux tank. Want to make sure your prop lever is all the way forward and your cross feeds are all the way forward. Coming down below the panel here, you're going to have your mixtures. And if we're just about ready to start our engines, we're going to go ahead and get all our mixtures to the full up position. Just make sure you scroll and they're in the auto rich, and we're going to lock it so they cannot be moved anymore. Come over to the side here, we're going to make sure all our carburetor air heat is completely turned off on all 4 engines. When you're ready to start, be sure to select your beacon light on. Okay, now you're ready to start the engine. So what we're going to go ahead and do is select the engine we want to start. We're going to start 3, then 4, then 2, then 1. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to set our engine mode selector, or engine starter selector to number 3. We'll select our number 3 magneto to both, and our booster pump to low on the number 3 side. You can also just do this for all 3 engines or all 4 engines if you'd like to as well. Okay, so now you're ready to start. We're going to go ahead and click the starter. You're going to hear your flight engineer call out rotations of the propeller. And when he does that, once he hits 12, we're going to add our prime and our boost. So let's click the starter.
6, 9, 12.
Prime boost. And we have a successful start. Immediately after starting the engine, you're going to want to make sure that your oil pressure and oil temperature on that engine are doing good. So we'll check over here. You can see that we have number 1, number 2, number 3 engine, and 4. So our temperature will be rising shortly. Our oil pressure is just a little low. What we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to idle these engines at 1,000 RPM. So let's go ahead and bring up our throttle just a little bit to idle it at 1000 RPM. Okay, that's close enough. Take a look-see now, and our oil pressure is nice in the middle there, fuel pressure is good as well, and the temperature shall be rising. Now we're going to repeat that process for all other 3 engines. Alright, as you guys can see, all 4 engines are online, and what's left to do are a little bit of the after starts. So first thing we're going to do is bring our generators online. It's kind of similar to your 737 where you transfer the gen from the APU to the engine. So we'll select our engine number 1, 2, 3, 4 engine generators on. We can now select this power switch to the plain battery and not ground power anymore. Our start selector can be selected to the off position. Our remaining fuel boosters can be selected to the off position. And we'll go over to the iPad and remove the ground power. Next are some instrument things you might want to set up. Something like your altimeter, we can just press the B button for that, set that automatically. And any navigational aids you might be doing for your flight. Say the VOR, maybe the ADF, maybe even the GPS. We'll get into that in a later video. Lastly, before you get moving, you're going to want to make sure you're squawking the right code. So we'll just squawk VFR, and we'll go ahead and turn this to the alt position so they can see us where we are in the airport. And we'll select COM 1 so we can talk in COM 1 and listen on it. Now, what I do is after I start my engines up and I'm ready to get going, before I do that, I'll select the automatic flight engineer and I'll have him run the after start checklist. And let's see what we missed.
Start selected boost pumps. Off and off.
Off and off.
Battery switch.
Plain battery.
Plain battery. Generators and inverters.
On.
Checked and on. Emergency lights. Armed. Ground power.
Removed.
After start checks complete.
We did everything correctly. Taxi out and have your automatic flight engineer run your before takeoff checklist. Well, I really hope you guys enjoyed this DC-6 startup video. As you guys hopefully can see, it's not that difficult, and if you want to give the DC-6 a try, you've been thinking about it, just take the plunge. I think you'll fall in love with this type of flying. From all the best from me, we'll see you guys in the next one.